Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another Match'em Mitecoin Mitecast. Thanks for joining me, as always. I don't know why I'm not nervous at this point, but if you are hearing me fine, if you see our young man with awesome sunglasses, let me know. Jump in the YouTube chat. I appreciate it. At this point, I shouldn't be so paranoid, but with technology, I always am. So hello, hello. And I think I will get rid of the business side of things right out of the gate. We're going to talk about some prices and crypto and blah, blah, blah. Make no mistake, this is not financial advice. This is entertainment purposes only. We are here to have a good time and build a community that can be generous with each other and with others. So welcome aboard, and I hope you have had a great weekend. And somebody in the chat said, and I kind of forgot actually, happy Labor Day weekend. If you have Monday off, I hope you relax and enjoy it. And again, thanks for spending your Saturday night with me. I absolutely recognize you have a lot of other options, and I appreciate and count it a blessing that you're spending your time with this crazy Mitecoin deal. But like I said, financial advice, not from me. I'm not the guy to get that from. This is purely something kind of out of the ordinary. And so since I've taken care of the business side of things, I do want to highlight a couple things for those of you that are new to crypto or new to investing in general. There's not really a good way to say it. The crypto market is in a difficult time right now. That's just the nature of it. It is very volatile. If you have investing experience in the Dow Jones or the Nasdaq, you probably aren't familiar and ready for the crypto land, but it is absolutely crazy town, and we have been on the receiving end of it. But I'm just going to tell you that stick around, and you're going to hear some numbers of Mitecoin and what we're doing with Mitecoin. And I know that it may sound, like I'm blowing smoke, but guys, I hope that you understand that what Mitecoin is doing and how we're holding strong in these dips and things like that. That's pretty significant. And I've got some curious a little quiz for you later on about, I hate to say this, basketball. I'm a wrestling guy, but I am going to use basketball as an example. And I hope that it helps you understand kind of what I hope that Mitecoin can grow into and kind of where we're at. So with that said, now that I've got the business side of things out of the way, we can have some fun. Welcome everybody. I'm guessing that nobody's complaining about sound or graphics or anything like that. So that's a good thing. Couple things before we get started. We are considering, and this might be for the locals, but we may ship. We're thinking about putting together some shirts. I think that the better half is going to maybe jump on the Mitecoin Hub and throw out some suggestions, things like that. But we're not looking to make a bunch of money. Basically get our Mitecoin out there and give you something to wear so you can kick laundry off for another day, and that's always a good thing. So be looking for a post on the Mitecoin Hub about shirt options, and if you might be interested. We're trying to kind of gather some information and do some very basic market research in that regard. So please respond. Now, I guess that leads me into another note I have on my list. If you heard Mitecoin Hub and you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's shame on you. We are transitioning our Telegram group from the Mitecoin VIP room to a Mitecoin Hub group. Don't want to brag or anything, but apparently the the fancy pants meme coins and the fancy pants projects use a little different setup than what we've been using in Telegram. And like I said, that's probably true. So we have transitioning to a little different Telegram group. It's called the Mitecoin Hub. It's going to look, some of the things are going to be similar, some of the things are going to be different. But if you're in the VIP room and you're listening to this and you haven't jumped on that link yet, you need to do that, because match'em number 15, which is tonight, that is the last match'em that we are going to be dropping our picks in the VIP room. I'm not going to disregard your picks in the VIP room, but I'm going to let you know that this pick doesn't count until it shows up in the hub. Same requirements. The current token gate is set at 300,000 coins. I thought it was kind of easy. I'd heard from some of the people that jumped in early to test it out. If you have signed up and if you're in the VIP room, which I expect you are, it should be pretty easy to jump into the hub. And it's a little different structure. Hopefully it's a little bit more, easy to keep track of the information so it doesn't get buried in the chat. I encourage you to check it out for a variety of reasons. We have a special room for selecting our picks, on the board, so that you don't have to be bogged down over and over with those messages. We do have a Phantom wallet or a crypto in general wallet area where if you have questions about what's happening in your wallet, you can ask. So hopefully it's a spot that is easier to collect the information that we're sharing with one another. If you have suggestions on recipes, or I've got some other ideas floating around, throw them out, and I'm not against it. So I would love to hear your input. Jump onto the Mitecoin Hub, everybody, because you have selected your last pick officially on the old school or the old fashioned Mitecoin VIP room. So jump over to the hub and plug in. As always, investment and earning, two options for the Mitecoin. And I hope that as you are plugged in and listening to probably not your first stream, you've heard this before. Our token gate, or our minimum amount to jump into our match'em, is 300,000 coins. As I look at my fancy spreadsheet here, as of an hour ago, that's almost $28 worth. And so what I'm telling everybody, and what I hope that you can share with everybody, is at a minimum, every single match'em, if you're the winner and you provide content, of course, by Wednesday, I am automatically going to send you 300,000 tokens, 300,000 Mitecoin. That means that your initial earning amount is covered. That's if you are strictly looking to jump in and kind of have fun with us. If what we're doing, if you think that it can gain traction, you may consider jumping in with more than the minimum and letting that investment grow. That is obviously, I want you to be able to make that decision. That is one reason why. And I understand that our Telegram group blowing up with all of our, M2015 transfers and our buy bots and things like that. I understand that causes your phones to blow up, everybody. But I also hope that encourages you that, that's the coin, and that's a project developing and growing to what will make these investments really pay off in the end. So I guess, take that with what, handle that how you will. As frustrating as it may be, I know I've said this before, it's probably worth one more time. Some of you, and if you're listening to this stream, probably not you, it's probably better to post in the Telegram group. But obviously you can shut off notifications in Telegram completely. And then you'll miss out on a lot of exciting stuff. You can also mute them. And that way, You won't blow your phone up, but you'll just get a notification, a silent notification that there's messages that you haven't read yet. And I know that there was a question in our Telegram today, to be honest, about, our board not being full. And just to be, again, calling the spade a spade, our Mitecoin hub room, where we're transitioning, just doesn't have the people in it yet. And so either A, some of our people in our community aren't checking in on Telegram, or B, they're just not, not plugged in enough. And I guess the surprise might be on them when their picks for next week don't count until they get plugged in. So we'll see what happens. So I've been busy today. I'm not going to lie to you. It was pretty nerve-wracking. If you plugged in last week, you realize and you know that I completely messed up our stream a little bit on displaying our pick'em board, match'em board, and I've been working hard on trying to correct that and make it so that I'm not such a mess. And I kind of got in over my head today, so I was working hard kind of on a deadline. You'll see some changes in our screens and things like that. Hopefully it makes it more enjoyable, makes it more exciting. Before we get into the numbers, just hopefully your phones are charged, everybody. I'm really, really, just going to let you know that video content is what generates a lot of action online for us. On our X account and things like that. And so at a bare minimum, if you win tonight, that's 300,000. If your reaction is, or if your content involves reaction video, that is an extra 150,000 Mitecoin that I'll send you, and that's before we release it to the community. So hopefully your phones are ready to roll and things like that. So before we go to the game, and as I do every week, as I talk about the numbers, I'll throw up a screen for you. And as you see that, I'm just going to tell you, everybody, that the community, again, unbelievably stepped up. And you don't understand how much I appreciate that. Last week, Ashley was the winner of the content. And she jumped online and dropped a post for us. And so I sent her 300,000 Mitecoin, and oh my goodness gracious. The community stepped up and sent her an additional 1.44 million Mitecoin. And I'm just going to tell everybody that, I know it seems silly and maybe I don't know. When I say that we're in early and you're in early, all three of the last recipients of our M25, our Matthew 20, our 2015 principal challenge, to be honest with you, everybody, they didn't even understand that aspect of Mitecoin, and I take ownership of that. I guess I take a little blame for that. But to be honest, that is going to make or break whether this program or this project takes off. And for right now, you guys are doing amazing. And I hope that the people that are on the receiving end of that, I hope they jump on our Telegram group and they're telling the people in their circles kind of just how amazed that they are. Because rest assured, what we're doing is not what normally happens in crypto in general and meme coins specifically. So I just want to let you know that. So with regard to kind of in early, before I get into the numbers of Mitecoin, and it's going to seem kind of weird that I'm not going to hate on the generosity, but I want you to understand what my long-term goal is as well. And again, I hate to use basketball as an example, but there was a pretty good player named Michael Jordan. Some people, maybe me, even my own son, tries to say that he wasn't the GOAT, but I just was curious on, regarding timing and getting in early and things like that. And I know that you probably won't be able to respond in the chat, but I'm curious if somebody wants to throw out a guess on what his rookie contract was worth. Michael Jordan, I think it selected number 3 overall. And obviously, NBA signs a rookie contract, and he signed it for X number of dollars. And so I asked AI, on X, compare Michael Jordan's rookie contract to the rookie contract of the 2024 athlete selected in in the same position as him, number 3. And hey, thanks guys for jumping in. Got one. Superman says 140K. Stormy says 1 million. The magic number is $555,000 is what Michael Jordan signed his rookie contract for. Okay. Now I want you, even if it's you too, jump on and tell me what you think the 2024 rookie in the number 3 position signed his rookie contract for. Jump on and while you're throwing your guesses out, and the reason I'm using this as an example, everybody, is I love the fact that we are being generous, but I'm just going to tell you my long-term hope and goal for Mitecoin is that we build our community and we build something completely crazy that as we grow our community, I'm not asking anybody to dig in deep. That's not the concept of Mitecoin. The idea of Mitecoin is by everybody just giving a little bit to the person that provides content, we can bless them crazy amount. And so here's the answer. And I like to tell you that I know basketball enough. Maybe somebody can answer in the chat. I have no idea who it is. But the number 3 draft pick in the 2024 draft, his contract was $10,128,480, compared to $555,000 for Jordan. And again, it seems like an odd example, but the reason that yeah, nice. You guessed it right, 10 million. The reason that I use it as an example, everybody, is I am okay with growing Mitecoin slowly. As the dev, I am willing to match the minimum amount somebody needs to put in to join our game. And whatever all of you give, I hope that they are unbelievably appreciative and blown away by it. But let us, hopefully we can build slowly and turn into something crazy. So let's get into the numbers before you see some of the changes I did and match them. I've already said, it's been a rough roller coaster week. I will say one last thing. I read an article I almost posted in Telegram. I can't say Mitecoin has done this well, but I read an article of somebody playing the Mitecoin game. They dropped a whopping $29 into a coin, and they cashed out, I don't know, minutes later for $125,000, right? And that's awesome. Good for them. The second part of the article was somebody else saw that action and said, this is the easiest money I'll ever make. So they dropped $1 million in that coin. And minutes later, it was worth $9,000. Again, if you're not familiar with crypto, you're not familiar with something called a rug pull. But make no mistake, what we're doing with Mitecoin and what you're involved with is not normal. And there are a lot of people, and some people strike it rich, and some people pay a pretty hefty price. And I hope that you understand that. So Mitecoin is not gonna rug pull you and is not gonna leave you hating crypto. That's for sure. I lied before we jump into. I will switch screens so you don't have to look at our guy the whole time. While you're looking at the awesome results of our matchup number 14 to Ashley and the picks that are going to come up, a couple things. I have it on good source that Telegram is going to be, there's going to be some info on Telegram involving shirts. We're trying to gauge interest in if you might be willing to, get a shirt, a Mitecoin shirt. Again, we're not looking to make money on it. We're looking at cost type stuff. But if that's something that you might be interested in, please jump onto the Mitecoin Hub and give us some feedback. I think there might be some different designs thrown up. I'm not sure. But keep your eye open. The last thing before we jump in, I know for a fact we have some people that are gifted in areas that I am not, and that is musically, things like that. I am really thinking about or thinking that it would be an awesome idea to have a nice catchy Mitecoin jingle. If you're in the Mitecoin Hub, you maybe saw my $50 in Mitecoin offer. It would absolutely make me so happy if I could, if anybody out there in our community, before I reach out outside of our community, if that's something that's in your giftings and your skill set, you can come up with a catchy jingle with maybe a piano or I don't know, something, guitar or something. I am absolutely willing to throw that out to our community, put it to a poll, and if your jingle wins, something I could use in the background to all of our videos, I'll absolutely throw you $50 worth of Mitecoin. That's an easy no-brainer for me. So if that's you and you haven't seen the post on Telegram, A, that's a reason why you need to be on Telegram, and B, I would love to. That's really the concept of Mitecoin in general, is giving back to the community for something that that we're already doing. So if I'm gonna go to somebody to get me a jingle, I might as well ask all of you first. So get your creativity on and throw something out, and it's a good way to earn $50 and increase your investment bag. So jump into it. Alrighty, enough is enough. Let's talk about some numbers and let's get into our matchup number 15. Like I said, crypto's been pretty painful this last week. Last time we got together, last Saturday night, Solana was sailing at $160 plus, and about an hour ago it was painfully $135. And for those of you that are good at mathing, that is down over 15%. And that's that's crypto, guys. That's it's not just Solana. That's just a lot of everything except Mitecoin. And I will say, I'm going to add that as a caveat. Here's the deal. Mitecoin, the price of Mitecoin is measured in two different ways. It's measured compared to Solana, and it's measured compared to US dollars. And when Solana drops, our value in our wallets absolutely is going to drop. And that's just, I'm not going to lie and sugarcoat that. That's just the reality of it. And that has dropped 9.71%. Our market cap has gone from 402,000 down to 362,999. And I guess from just a little perspective, I can't even complain to you. I can't even fake that I'm sorry that our market cap's at $363,000. I hope that you understand that that's pretty darn awesome. But it actually, it's obviously a dip as well. But here's the twist, everybody. Solana is down, almost 16%. Mitecoin compared to Solana in the last week is up 6%. The last time we got together, price of Mitecoin versus Solana was 6064.55, and we're looking at 6068.44. Everybody, again, we are not, I know I'm maybe preaching to the choir. What we're doing is not a normal meme coin, and the people that I interact with in the DMs on Telegram, to be honest with you, they have no idea what to do with us, because I just throw our chart and I throw our history at them, and it's something they've never seen. So again, you need to do your own research and make your own decisions. But from my perspective, it's pretty crazy town. So a couple other things. Our Mitecoin token gate to jump into our VIP room, or our Mitecoin hub, I should say, and jump into our match'em. It's still set at 300,000 coins. That as of stream time was $27.74. Again, right in the that's not crazy, everybody. Here's the exciting part. We had some generous, and I mean crazy generous givers, even outside of the Matthew 2015 principle idea. But as of through the stream last week, the community has given back almost 318 million coins to each other. And even with the Solana being down, where over $29,000 worth has been given back in Mitecoin. And again, I hope that sells itself, and I hope that that's something that you are not bashful about sharing with people in your circle, because I absolutely do, and I'm shocked to do it. So with that said, Mitecoin VIP guys, we've had one new member, and I want to shout out to Tadpole. He reached out and he's got his uncle involved. I'm not sure whether his uncle's plugged in yet to our stream, but everybody, this is a grassroots effort. I am absolutely resistant to jumping into those promotions. We're going to bring in people that aren't of the same mindset, and I would rather grow small. X following, last time we met, we had 192 followers. I thought I was going to have to beg for number 200, but on its own, we've reached the 200 mark. And before we jump into the actual details of the stream, or of the Match'em stream, 300,000, which is the minimum token gate to jump in, always guaranteed by me. If you video your response, and if you're the winner, I'm going to throw in an extra 150,000 Mitecoin. And I hope that encourages you to get excited about what we're doing. So you are going to see some changes as I transition over here. As you know, I was messed up a little bit. I do get nervous. And so what I'm doing, as you're looking at that, and hopefully it's visible, you're going to hear me typing. I'm going to be opening the round 1 vote up. And ideally, I am going to let everybody see everybody in the running. So if you're logged in and if you're in our chat room, the Mitecoin round 1 vote is on. And hopefully, like I said, I don't know, how big your screens are. It shows all of the picks. And you're obviously, somebody mentioned it in the Telegram group. You're going to see some red rollovers there. We'll talk about that in our Telegram group, if somebody doesn't win tonight. But jump on, and so obviously round 1, as the screen says, we got to find out if tonight's card's red or black. So cast your votes. Let me know what you think, and we're gonna find out, and hopefully it adds excitement. This is actually what stressed me out today. It took a little bit longer work, more time than I thought. But I finished it, and hopefully it works well. And so cast your votes, and hopefully this screen doesn't change. It'll always be this screen until I update it with the next round. So cast your votes. We're going to end it. We're going to move along. I've been jabbering long enough. And number 2 wins hands down, 15 votes, 60-40. So here's number 2. That's the winner. So tonight's card is a red, because black's over there. So what you're going to find is, I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to mix it up. Red is the winner. I'm going to make sure I keep that out, and I'm going to select round 2. And I hope you guys can tell me how well this transitions. But as I throw that up, you're going to now see everybody that's still alive. Now, I will say, one of the reasons why I kept switching, and you might have saw some shadows there, but I realized after last week that I can probably throw those cards under there without obviously anybody seeing it. So here's the deal. You as a community have a good chance, because all the rollovers have been eliminated except 2. So jump on. Round 2 voting is open. And obviously now we know it's red, so now we have to decide whether it's heart or a diamond. And each side has 1 rollover, and oddly enough, they're both kings, it looks like. That would be crazy if the rollover happened to be a king. Cast your votes, find out, but I've got a good feeling that somebody's going to have a chance to earn some earn some Mitecoin. Actually, while you're voting, I will say, give an update. Those of you that have been keeping track, Blake, who was the winner of, I think, matchup number 12, 11 or 12, he actually has provided some content. So I'm trying to figure out how to roll him into the Matthew 2015 principal challenge to our community without doubling up. So be looking for that. I may add a little twist to that. Thanks, Reed10. Hopefully that does. I appreciate that feedback. I do want to make it as exciting as possible, and hopefully the names are bigger. And I will say that as we narrow it down, the names will get bigger and bigger. So let's see here. Let's end our voting for round 2. And it is overwhelmingly one's the winner. Maybe you can see that. You can't. 1 is the winner. We're going to find out whether tonight it's a heart or a diamond. Tonight's card is a diamond because, of course, the heart's over here. I'm going to leave that. I know that it seems silly, but I am crazy, and I've got this new system here, and I want to make sure that I do not mess up. So as I select these cards, I'm going to leave it there. You can hear me mumble a little bit. I know I've got it set right. Okay, now I'm going to put the 1 and the 2 on there so I can see it. I'm going to mix them up randomly. I want to remind everybody that I have no idea what's under each one. I guess technically it wouldn't matter if I did because you all are voting, but I enjoy joining in the fun with you, all of you. So as you hear my ninja typing, round 3 vote, and let me transition that. And as soon as I see that pop up, we're going to jump up. So now we have diamonds, and hopefully that it's a little bit bigger and bigger. And I sure hope that's exciting that you can see. Now we see where the rollover is, high versus low. You can root for who you want to root for. You can see if you're still in the running. You don't have to worry about trying to remember what that board is, and hopefully I don't remember to flip the screen over. So cast your votes. We've got Q-Man, Sully Fam, Drake, Jackie, and Judy, and the rollover, the house. It is absolutely a hunt and peck typing skills, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Our low diamonds are Crazy Wiener Lady, Julie, Jamie, Wyatt, Saya Pitts, and Wait, and Beauty Queen. Cast your votes. I do want to, I have some notes that I normally try to go over, and you know what? I'm going to wait for that. Cast your votes for round 3. Get my blue rock ready. I want to tell you something. I want to share something with you regarding internet / crypto that I talked about last week. Let's see here. Let's end our... Oh, no, you didn't. Come on. I'm not going to do it. You guys are dirty rats. I'm doing it again. It was not. And actually, how can that be? Somebody bugged out after they lost? Are you kidding me? The shame. We're doing it one more time because I'm just going to say we had 15 votes. We had 13 votes for the 1 and 2. And somebody's punking me. There's no reason we should have 14 votes on the 3rd, guys. Come on. I'm going to take blame for that and say that I ended it too soon. Cast your votes. Find out if you want, 1 or 2. We're going to find out if tonight's card is a high diamond or a low diamond. That's 8 or above or 7 and below. Cast those votes. Don't do me dirty again. I do have some fallback plans for a tiebreaker, but I love to see the community decide it so I don't have to enter into it. Jump in, and 14 votes last time, and there we go. Somebody was sleeping. I don't mind calling you out. 1's a winner. We're going to find out tonight whether we have a high or a low diamond. And tonight's winner is low. That means we have a guaranteed winner tonight, everybody. There is no rollover because the high is over there. So we have the low. I am going to go to round 4, and it is a low diamond. Now I know that. I have it selected, and I know it seems silly for all of you listening, but like I said, I am working hard not to make a mess of our stream. So, and if you don't like to hear me talk and fill in the dead space, that's more motivation for you to come up with a jingle to help not make me keep talking. So we know it's a low diamond, and I believe we're ready to transition, and I think that I will start a poll for our round 4 vote, and you can see the winners. And I'm pleased with the way it turned out. It was very stressful today. Hopefully, you know, if you are in the running, hopefully you're still here. Hopefully you have whoa, look at that. I will send an extra $250. Hey, thank you very much for that. I just saw that. I love that generosity, everybody, and I hope that if that doesn't, you know, give you a reason to share Mitecoin, again, I know that I've said it before, but what we're trying to do is not normally done, and maybe this is a good time for a plug for our Mitecoin hub. So our principle is Matthew 20:15. That's obviously a Bible verse. If you are listening in and you don't know, if you're not familiar with the history of Mitecoin, the idea of Mitecoin is to try to represent Christ in the crypto space. You know, as your dev, I'm a follower of Christ, you know, and I want to represent him well. And hopefully the people in our community, you absolutely don't have to believe what we believe or what I believe at all. But hopefully you see the benefits of that generosity. And I bring that up because in our new Mitecoin hub, there's a Bible question and answer room in there. And I just want to throw out everybody listening, whether you are a follower of Christ, whether you are somebody on the fence, or whether you are adamant that that's crazy town, our forum or that room is open for you to ask any questions that you have. And it's something that I used to throw out to the youth group I used to help with. There is not a question that is off limits. And that, I don't care how old you are. I don't care what you believe. The God that I follow is big enough to be challenged. So if that's you, it's okay. And I'm not going to be offended. Obviously, I don't want you to be a jackwagon and use nasty language. But, you know, if you have questions, throw them at us. And we would love to respond. I may not have the answer by any stretch, but throw them at me. Throw them at the community. So there's your church on a Saturday night. And let's end our poll. We're going to find out who the winner is because we know somebody's going to win. So number 2, 64-35. That's the winner right there. Put it right there so maybe you can see a little bit of it. There's the card. Tonight's winning card is not only a low diamond, but it's an odd low diamond because over there's the even. So we know that it is odd. So as again, you can see your, drown in your pain. I do have some new screens here. I need to find which one I need to click on. We have a low odd diamond. I've selected it. So now I know I can put them on there. And for those of you that have watched before, you know that I have to reach into my other pile and mix them up because now we're on to the finals. And I will throw these on here. Odd diamond. You're going to see 4 choices. So we have an ace, a 3, a 5, or a 7. And those are our potential winners. I will say that out of ease and making my life easier, those are in order of, lowest to highest. not in order of what I know is obviously under those numbers. You may, if I crop the screen right, you probably maybe saw some shadows, but there's my blue rock. Those are our four. Actually, we might have four ladies in the running. Guys, you guys are getting your booties handed to you. So there's our finals. I appreciate that, everybody, and hopefully it adds some excitement. You guys can celebrate. Crazy Wiener Lady, Jamie, Saya Pitts, and Beauty Queen. I sure hope you're running your cameras right now, because you are literally on the verge of winning matchup number 15. So I'm going to start. The numbers don't correlate to the name. What does that mean? Hopefully they do. Final vote. What do you mean, Soup Man? I had my trusty assistant ask or double check everything, and that was definitely one of the concerns that I had as far as making sure I had. Yeah, those aren't necessarily in on the numbers, guys. Those are just randomly up there, just to make sure that they fit. Now we have 4 votes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cast your votes. Yes, yeah. Maybe you were just saying that. This is not a vote for who you want to win. I have no idea what is under each number, right? All we know for sure is that the winning card tonight is either going to be an ace, a 3, a 5, or a 7 of diamonds, and I have no idea where it's at. So cast your vote. It's obviously, random and fun. It's exciting, but it's, there's really no skill to it. It's just us getting together and hanging out on a Saturday night and seeing if we can't have some fun together. So cast your votes. We're going to eliminate 2. We'll get down to the finals, and then we're going to find out the winner. We've decided that several weeks ago. I can only see the results on the poll of one line. I'm really hoping we don't have a tie. Cast your votes. But while you cast your votes, I'm going to read one last thing from the internet/crypto comparison. Again, I asked the AI to project if crypto progresses like the internet did, what kind of benefits might we see? And let me read this to you. The internet decentralized information, reducing the monopoly on knowledge. And I'm just going to tell you, jokingly, I tell people I kind of have a doctorate in YouTube. And it's not a brag on me. It's just a brag on the information sharing that's available since the internet came out. The things I built, the things I've been able to do, the money I've saved, quite frankly, on fixing stuff myself. If that has caused you concern, I'm going to highly suggest. I'd recommend that to everybody. They asked me a question, and my first question is, have you looked on YouTube, or whatever your online source is. So that's the first thing. The internet decentralized information, reducing the monopoly on knowledge, and to that I can say, absolutely, I agree. Now get this. It says cryptocurrencies could decentralize financial power, reducing the control of central banks and financial institutions, empowering individuals with direct control over their assets. Now, I don't know whether I've said it on our stream together, but I definitely have heard other members in our community say that when they have reached out to their traditional financial institutions to try to fund crypto, they have flat out been told no way. And I know that's frustrating, but understand, everybody, that's survival mode kicking in, because I feel like they know that the financial freedom and the financial options available to the average person with crypto is kind of crazy. And I'll just put one last plug in. I know you're excited to see the winner, but it's a good time for a plug. I have a VIP fund set aside. So I have Solana sitting there. If you know anybody that is trying to get into Mitecoin and their bank is holding their funds for 7 days, I can literally send them Solana, and within 5 seconds or so, they can have it in their wallet. I mean, that concept is what, to be frank, that concept is what traditional finance is concerned about. And I suppose maybe they should be. But I hopefully, if you're even dabbling in crypto, hopefully that's an encouragement to you, because that absolutely opens a lot of doors to the average person on the street. So, all right, off the promotion, let's find out who's going to win tonight. I sure hope that this is not a tie. If it is, we'll eliminate the lowest. Oh, not even close. Number 4 was the winner, 42%. Number 4 is the winner. We're going to leave the black rock or the blue rock on number 4. I guess, as always, we're going to go with the biggest loser. Number 3, I hate to say it, but this is either a ace, a 3, a 5, or a 7, and this is not the winner. I repeat, this is not the winner. This is not correlated to whose name is above this. Unfortunately, number 5. Oh my goodness gracious. That is totally random that happened to be the person above 5. I'm just saying. So, and I really hope that it doesn't work that way for number 2. Number 2 is the next lowest with 21%. And I sure hope that this is not a 3. So, the second loser of the night is, thank you. Sorry about that, crazy wiener lady, but you are not the winner. That makes me feel good that it doesn't look like it's a rigged job. So, guess what? We are ready to find out the winner, and we know it's between the 3 and the 7. So we're looking at Beauty Queen and Jamie. Oh my, Jamie actually might be, I think that's the Jamie. We could have a double winner right now. So this right here is the winner, everybody. If Jamie or Beauty Queen, I sure hope you have your phones running. You know, you got to earn it with all this hear me mumble the whole night. Yeah. Here we go. The winner tonight is, I'm so nervous, 7. That's Beauty Queen right there. That's Beauty Queen's the winner, because unfortunately our double winner was over there. Hey, Beauty Queen, I hope you're listening. Did you have to go back through the chat? I hope that you were here. I hope you had your phone running. You could have scored 150,000 extra Mitecoin plus the generous gift that was offered. So, thanks again for our generous community. I appreciate so much that you spent your Saturday night with me. I know that you, well, maybe you have cooler stuff to do than hang out with us, but hey, jump onto the Mitecoin Hub. Be active. Be a fun and exciting community that people want to check in with. Hey, congratulations to Beauty Queen. Thanks everybody for joining the Mitecoin the stream, and I hope you have an awesome holiday weekend. Thanks everybody. Catch you later.